on the banks of the Red Cedar in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Michigan State Spartans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I did check in with the Hawkeyes head coach before the game. One of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys?
Okay, Holly. To start for this offense. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion, putting you in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse to start this game. Interested to see how they respond. We can't just get pass happy, right, and put ourselves in a bad situation. But this offense has got to do something here on second down. Got to at least quiet the crowd down a little bit because they are going bananas.
Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. So Michigan State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Going to be interesting to see how they use him throughout this game because this linebacking crew can be exploited. Follows his blocks. It's Edwards. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side, it's McCray.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
Handoff to the lone back. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Man, this guy just has a lot of skills when he's toting the rock, doesn't he? He's got speed, but he's also physical. Kind of reminds you of great Michigan State running backs. Guys like Le'Veon Bell or T.J. Duckett. They could run guys over, but once they got in the second level, they could take it the distance. This guy has skills like that.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They want to throw it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Offense going to be challenged to protect on third down after that last sack. Rush is on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. And the Spartans will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the ball is loose on the return. He jumps on it and corrals it in great alertness by the return team to retain possession.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run him again. Spins away from the defense. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. They'll run the counter. Fights off a defender. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throws to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Finds a tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. There he goes.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Still running at the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Fresh center downs going to the air. They're all over it.
Jeez.
He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires left side at Smith. Got him right there.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. Lets it fly.
Thank you, Brantley.
Set him up.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Drops back on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Moore. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen, but did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away. He's able to make a big-time stop.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. From the red zone, it's Edwards. And he's in! Touchdown, Spartan! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But
that's a live ball. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This offense has it with really good field position. Cuts it upfield. It's Edwards. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Caught in the backfield. It's Collier. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Second down, going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Checking in from the Hawkeyes sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Guys?
Holly, thank you. On first down, it's Malton again. All over him immediately.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be...
Lots of running room. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
From the gun, it's Moulton. Plows through the defense. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at in the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. The quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. It's good. That'll close the gap to 14.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Caught over the middle. It's McCray. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Moore. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it to a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Complete on the left to Smith. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. It's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their 1st of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Spartans, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Rush right in his face. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down line.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Searching for space. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. He's going to let it go. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. One more snap coming before halftime. Defense playing a bail technique. Wants to throw on 1st. Lets it fly on the move. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the run, it's Edwards. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Lose a yard.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Between the hashes, it's McCray. That one takes it down to yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Unloads in the nick of time.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Lets it fly. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is gonna drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Iowa has the ball back on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, certainly. It puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd 10 from inside their own 20. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moulton. He's got the first down. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Rashad Downs going up top. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
2nd down to the air. Setting up the screen. Good, strong tackle.
And I think that's a built-in play for this offense. You saw the pressure immediately get to the quarterback on 1st down. You get him sacked. Well, how do you slow down the pass rush? You run the screen game. You invite those guys upfield, let them run by, and then you throw it over their heads. So a lot of times this is about controlling that pass rush and not letting them pin their ears back on the quarterback.
They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the 2nd half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this 2nd half.
They were all over it.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Look out! Out wide left, it's Diaz. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field.
Got some room headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
Man, how nice is it to be down, and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back, and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
Looking for space. It's Edwards. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Under pressure. It's caught downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient, make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Right side, it's Edwards. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Timeout taken by the Spartans, their 1st of 3. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Left side is Smith. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Spartans are marching down the field. They believe they can run right here. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Rides to the back. Hard running there. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Kamari again. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Well, in the last 2 plays, they've given this guy the ball, and he's done a really nice job, shown really nice vision. He's gotten what's available to him. He hasn't broken off the 60-yarder quite yet, but he is doing a nice job of putting this offense now in a very manageable third down situation.
Off-play action. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. He's got great speed, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Holly Rowe has an update.
Reporting from the Michigan State sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Back to you.
Thanks, Howie. 2nd and long here. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Right down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Iowa sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on 4th down. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Behind to crease, it's Patterson. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Spartans with the 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Patterson. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now they'll try the right side. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Churns into the pile, and he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Sparty. They push out this lead in the 4th quarter, and it might be enough to give them that elusive 2nd win of the season. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Now on first down from the 30. Fresh center downs going to the air. Looking left. And it's picked off for the third time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoil.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
This has been a presentation